Trying to steal my moves. 2,500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same price I can make with lemons, come and finish you. Though you being charged, he'll do it like a voodoo. Real dope boy, 100,000 in his visu. President's attention, I buy, we don't see you. I been getting money, I ain't worried about what he do. I'm getting money like I'm from the 80s. Man, Dre about to drop, man, this shit gon' go crazy. They know I'm the truth, coming straight from the basement. I'm straight as a squeak, man, I come from the basement. For me and all hundreds, it make them go crazy. Wham, 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 bitch on the baby. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no stops, please. Soon as I nut, you won't leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. When you're living like this, they supposed to hate. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no stops, please. Soon as I nut, you won't leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. When you're living like this, they supposed to hate.
What's the story behind your car?
The whole idea when I bought this car was for it to be a show car. I did buy this car in the end of 2017, and that's kind of how the whole KooZairy brand started. And my idea, like I said, behind the car was for it to be a show build in 3 different phases. One of them was exterior phase, and the second one was interior, and the third was performance. My whole idea behind exterior was because the first thing that people see is the outside of the car. And I wanted people to kind of know, like, oh, when they see this car or see my car, that it's me, pretty much. My vision, my like passion, build, whatever you could call it. But something that like signifies that it's me and my brand. So that was my whole idea behind I could go on for a list of things that I did for the exterior, but something as like, you know, wrap, fender flares, and like choice of wheels, like size of tires. I can go on, but that's kind of my whole idea behind attacking the exterior first. And then interior was, you know, just stuff that I always wanted, like a racing bucket seat, harness bars, you know, tasteful mods like that. And for performance was just not like too crazy, but for it to be more streetable and then just run ethanol and stuff, like streetable numbers pretty much is what I wanted for the show car. Obviously not too much crazy like numbers, but that's just my I guess philosophy and like tactics of like trying to modify the car.
So why red?
Red was a color that I always loved when I was a little kid. Black and red is actually my 2 favorite colors. Red, specifically this red, is actually called KPMF Vengeance Red. And the reason behind it is because I always loved when they released the new Mazda Red on the Miatas, the CX-5s. They call it, I think, Crystal Red Metallic. And ever since I saw that red, I was like, I have to get that red, or at least a wrap that's close to that red. And I found this wrap, and I told my friend at my friend's shop, Alter Beast Performance, I was like, we gotta do this red. Like, we gotta make it happen. So sure enough, this was the closest one we could find. Underneath the sun, as you saw earlier in the video, it really pops, and I was like, I fell in love with it. So I kind of like for future cars and stuff, I would stick with this red as well. But yeah, just pretty much the history behind it. I always love red, black and red. So originally this was dark gray metallic, and that's why I also really loved the color before it's just something that I felt looked really like murderous, and just it looked crazy, like with the mods and stuff that I did, and having like red accents and stuff. And now I'm just kind of reverting that, making the whole car red and then accents black, so kind of just reversing what I did. But yeah, that's pretty much the story behind it.
What's the future of your brand?
The future of my brand is to pretty much have it grow, obviously, for it to be well known. Like, I don't want to make myself like a celebrity or anything by any chance, but I just want people who are close to me, who are around me, to know what like my build or vision is about, or what I'm trying to make myself known as, not as just some like regular like guy who went to university, graduated for engineering degree kind of stuff. Like, that's cool and everything, but I want something else to really show like who I am and like what he is about, pretty much. And that's what all my merches are through. So this one here is actually a collaboration with my friend Jeremy. He does photography and stuff, and we did a collab design, and that's actually gonna be released within this month. And I have 2 other brands that I made this year, and just within pretty much 2017, 2018, 2019, I've been making my own designs of merch. So a lot of the focus was merchandise, and for people to be repping it, which of course I always appreciate the support and love from you guys, and from all my like friends and fans and followers. But pretty much answer the question directly is to let people know what I am about. And for the future, I will be continuing to do merchandise, of course, and I do want to have my own website officially, and if all goes well, like somehow open my own store and my own like warehouse or shop. Like, that would be the dream to have. But baby steps, and I appreciate each step and stage in life that I go through, and really try to learn from it. So that's kind of where I see the future of KooZairy being at.
What's your future plans for your car?
So I honestly didn't think it would come down to this, guys. And quickly, just a few seconds, I do want to say I would not be where I am right now with this build without you guys, and without the support and love that you guys give. But sad news and unfortunate news, I am actually selling the car. So reason being is I want to kind of move on, not necessarily like obviously away from cars, but just move on to my next dream build that I always wanted to do. So let me clarify that this was actually my first dream build, was having a Subaru, whether WRX or STI. I finally achieved that by getting one at the end of 2017, and built it to where I want it to be now. So it's not that I'm bored of the car. I really love driving the car and just doing what I do to it in terms of mods. But it's come to a point where I feel like I could grow in a sense of also my brand and myself, and like just doing other things with another car that I really want to get. And that's the only reason why I would be selling this car, is to move on to something better. And this is an idea, but it is